Hey, we're back. River Talk 2.0. Freaking Deacon's over there. I'm over here.
I'm over here.
I like that. Freaking Deacon's over there.
And I'm over here, and smack dab in the middle is Liz Callaway.
Hi. Good morning.
Purty
Good
lady,
afternoon.
boy.
It's
Look at
kinda
purty
neat.
lady.
I like this because as we air on the CW, you're on the radio at the same time.
All
which
right.
is kinda
It's
cool.
the magic of TV.
It is a wonderful, wonderful
right.
thing. One of the hot topics here locally on the Liz Callaway Show has been mask. And that's just something that we deal
Yeah.
with. You're not anti-mask, neither am I anti-mask.
Right.
I'm just tired of the nanny state always telling me what's best for me.
Yes.
Is that where you land?
Well, I do, and you can compare it to the helmet law. You can compare it to the seatbelt law, and the way I feel about it is, you have very strong lobbyists like the car insurance lobbyists, and they're the ones who got the seatbelt law passed because that would save the money, and so that's why that was passed. And a lot of people feel it's infringing on their rights. If they don't want to wear a seatbelt, what's it to you? If I'm going to, die in a car crash because I'm not wearing a seatbelt, what's it to you? But it has to do with the insurance companies. But when you're talking about masks, the way they wanted to explain it is that the mask is not worn for your protection, like a seatbelt would be worn, but it's to protect the lives of the other people around you. Mm-hmm. So you're keeping your germs to yourself, which I get. I understand it. But the science is not there.
Right.
And so there's a Supreme Court ruling like 115 years ago, Jacobson versus Massachusetts or something. I looked it up. And what they said was the government has a right to make laws that is for the benefit of the entire public health, like the smallpox vaccination. There's a lot of science behind that. There's a lot of research behind that. They had knowledge behind it. So it makes sense. But they're applying that decision to, the question of, is a mask mandate unconstitutional? And there are many that say yes, because it's for the greater good for the public health. And I get that, but is that true? And I feel that's not true. They said it wasn't true in the beginning. The Surgeon General, Fauci, everybody said it wasn't true. Then they said it was true. Then they said, get this mask, not that mask, just put a face covering, anything will do, pull your t-shirt up. So to me, if you're going to mandate a vaccine like the smallpox, they say this is what it is, these are the side effects, this is how it works, here's the science, here's 10 years or 20 years of research. But with this mask mandate, and this is why I think it's unconstitutional, because that particular Supreme Court law does not allow the government to make frivolous public health claims.
Okay.
And I feel that the mask falls into that category. It's not in the same category as a smallpox vaccine. So they're not telling you which mask to wear. They're showing you how to cut up an old T-shirt and put that on your face. We all know that's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
No.
So what I'm saying is, if you're going to mandate a mask, mandate a specific mask, make sure there's enough for the entire population, make sure it doesn't have a vent in it. People are wearing the ones with the vents, which actually spews the virus out. So if it's meant to keep your virus in, then why are we allowing people to wear the kind? Now they're telling you to put tape over it. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then they say, wear a bandana on your face. What does that do? And what about my eyes? Because I can get the virus through my eyes.
Sure.
So they're not mandating glasses. So that's why I think it's arbitrary. It doesn't do anything. And that's why I'm anti-mandate.
Right.
If people want to wear it because they think they feel better and they want to wear their gloves, fine. But quite frankly, I've heard many experts say that it's transmitted more like polio than it is like the flu. And that's what makes it different. And it's a fecal oral route.
Yeah, I've heard that. And so that scares me about using restrooms. And I've always been...
And where are people constantly at the bar?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is
right.
my point.
Yeah.
Why the bars are a
That's right.
hotbed.
What does
It's the
beer make you
bathrooms.
do?
Exactly. That's my theory.
I think it's in that trail mix that's on the bar. I've never eaten that, and I learned early on back when I was... Because I'd see guys that they don't wash their hands.
That's
and
right.
girls do not wash their hands
That's
either.
right.
And they go in there, and then they reach in there into the trail mix.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it's
true.
also in the pig's feet. There's
Oh,
little-
yeah. Well, yeah. You're going out to the
Hey,
country
listen,
store.
there's no secret that the government was going through sewage waste checking to see if the virus was in the sewage. And it is. So they know it's shed through fecal matter. Why are they checking that? Because they know it's a fecal oral route.
That's crazy.
And so to me, hand washing, hand sanitizing your station, social distancing are the most important things. Not touching your face. What does a mask do? It causes you to constantly touch your face and take your mask off, put it on the tables where it's all full of bacteria and virus and whatever. So to me, not only is it against my, you're forcing me to do something that doesn't work, but you're forcing me to do something that puts me more at risk. And that's where the danger comes in.
Yep.
You're telling people that have a weakened immune system, that are afraid of getting the virus and bringing it home to a loved one that might be elderly or ill, you have a compromised immune system, whatever, that they're safe wearing a mask. That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. It's the whole false sense of security because I just don't feel protected by this. Common sense dictates that that's not the case.
Right.
And I worked in a paint and body shop restoring cars. It was just something that my family did, and we did that. And I remember the big
gas masks.
Yeah, the big mask that you had, and even those heavy duty deals do not filter something out that's even bigger than this virus.
That's right. Jack was hiring a kite. Tommy got out of there.
That's right.
I'm serious.
It's just silly. It's common sense, and I just. That's just not going to protect me. If it did, then the guys that really handle the viruses in these high-tech labs, they would just go in there wearing the glove.
And they don't.
And they don't. And they've got the full body suits. You touched on something I do want to weigh in on because vaccinations. So you brought up the smallpox vaccination. Is this vaccination, this cure for the coronavirus, supposedly cure, are they going to mandate that?
They can.
Yeah, I know they can.
They can hold you down and stick a needle in your arm.
Yeah.
And force you to do it. Absolutely. If they say so, yes.
And I don't know that they'll go that whole route, but I think there will be the whole stigmatism that you'll be tagged as somebody who didn't do it.
Right.
And so you're going to be...
Or you can't let your kids go to school or
you
college.
You got to have it if you want to continue to have your job
That's
here.
right. It's
if
control.
you want to go to get your job in a hospital.
With kids with school and vaccinations.
Hospital, nursing homes, assisted living, you might have to take that vaccine no matter what. No matter what. And it's not it's okay. They may be rushing it right now to get it to the market. That is more dangerous than anything else because you need 10, 20 years. Think about this. In the 80s, HIV was discovered, right?
Right, sure.
Still no vaccine.
None.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Everyone's learned to deal with it. Why? Drug cocktails. Think about other viruses that are out there. Herpes. Is there a vaccine? No. Lots of people have it. There's no vaccine. There's treatments for it. That is the route we should be focusing on. Ebola. They thought it was in the tobacco stalks, the vaccine. Remember a few years ago, the CDC said it's 2 million people are going to have it by January. What happened? It kind of died itself out.
Yeah, it went away.
Because people would get it and die quickly. And so it didn't people weren't walking around asymptomatic.
Right.
In this case, the only thing that's going to help, it's too late for masks, too late for lockdowns because practically everybody has it. It seems.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do you do now? You have to find a treatment. That is the only solution. Even the influenza vaccine, it doesn't protect you against every strain of influenza because it constantly mutates. And
I
so
have people who
it
get the
doesn't
shot.
make
sense. I've never taken a flu shot.
Me neither.
I
Me
never
neither.
have.
I took it a couple of times. That was it for me.
And I have people that are friends of mine that think that I'm putting their health at risk, and they've had the vaccine. I said, if you got the vaccine, why are you worried about me? Am I wrong?
No.
People say about that all the time. If masks work, why are you worried about me wearing one if you're wearing one? If vaccines work, just get your vaccine and shut up. Protect yourself. Because nothing is foolproof. We know that about life. And we can't rely on the government to protect our health. It is our responsibility to try and stay healthy.
Because my son has had a series of shots, and he's 15 now, and he's gone. And, and he's had so many more shots that are supposed to protect him from the world that I'm not mandated to get those. So I'm not protected by those. It's just little things
it's why don't you need Gardasil?
Yeah, why don't I need that?
Yeah, why don't you need that?
Yeah.
They're forcing that thought. There's commercials all over TV now. All of a sudden, there were in the beginning when it first came out like 5-10 years ago, and now there's even more about Gardasil. And they shows the parent standing in front of the kid saying, "Not my child." And I'm thinking, look at what they're doing. They're conditioning our brains already for the vaccine that's coming up by using that vaccine. That's how I feel.
Right.
We are such a gullible, impressionable creature. That's why advertising
Control,
is so,
I tell you.
It's so impactful. Advertising.
Oh, yeah,
social
we love
media
it. Impactful.
Right.
Yeah.
is so impactful. We're so gullible. You can't.
We're going to do a little test
everything.
in a second, and we'll actually play some commercials for you, so pay close attention to those.
Yeah, you don't want to miss
really,
those.
and do exactly what they say. If we tell you to buy a new car,
That's
you
right.
buy a new car.
That's right, Jack.
Well, as they say, the worst thing to do is to listen to a pharmaceutical commercial only. Just listen to the commercial and then, read the words on the bottom.
Oh, it's scarier than
read the
listen to the
disclaimer
end.
at the end.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to die. You'll have diarrhea. You're going to do this. It's got everything written. Go, my
It's
God.
actually worse than the disease
Yeah,
you're
it
trying
is.
to
It
stomp
really is.
out.
Yeah, there's no
are
way.
the side
It's
effects.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I love the network news is they'll literally tease something for 15 seconds, go to a 2-minute pharmaceutical break, come back, do 45 seconds. It's really strange.
I mean, if I have time to give you another example real quick.
Sure, we got a couple of minutes.
Sun protection, SPF, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone was talking about you need broadband sun protection now, UVA, UVB, you need to wear it. Then I read an article years ago that said sun protection is leading to higher cancer rates. So I'm like, what are they talking about now? I thought we were trying to prevent skin cancer by wearing sunscreen. I'm like, I'm not getting it. So what they were saying was people put on the sun protection, go outside for the whole day, and they never reapply. They towel off. They towel off sweat. They go in the water. They come out of the water. They never reapply. And because of that, it actually put more people at risk because they thought they had this invisible protection because they were putting on the sunscreen once in the morning. But you have to put a shot glass full of sunscreen every few hours, especially more often if you towel off and swim, even if it's water resistant, in order to protect yourself from getting skin cancer. That's what I equate to the mask. Just by wearing the mask, that's not going to fully protect you. It's a false sense of security. You can't just put this on in the morning and think you're going to be protected all day. You have to do all the other things that you need to do. Wash your hands. You have to social distance. You need to sanitize your location. All of these things are going to help you stay healthy against any virus or bacteria out there. These are things we should all be doing. We learned this all in kindergarten. Why
Yeah,
is
we
this,
did.
Well,
why are we?
Well, I learned it at home. I didn't learn it
It's
in
like back to the
kindergarten.
sunshine. I mean, you got to at least get 20 minutes of sunshine a day, and that's all you really need for your vitamin D.
Yes.
And I do believe in that.
Vitamin A, B, C, D,
Right.
zinc.
You need
for your immune system.
But you just can't.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's what I'm drinking
jump in
right
a
now.
bottle of Vaseline and protect yourself. I'm sorry, it don't work.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Well, how did you end up here in closing? You came down from New York State?
Long Island.
Long Island?
I grew up thinking I was Italian. My mother is from Italy. So for like most of my life until I went to kindergarten, I thought I was from Italy. But, born in Brooklyn, raised on Long Island. My father was a union worker. And I grew up my kids. I got married, grew up my kids there. But my son wanted to come to CCU. I came, checked it out. We would vacation here occasionally. And I said, you know what? That is the last time I'm going to shovel my 75-foot driveway.
Yeah.
Smart girl.
And I said, I'm going to relocate. It looked like a great place. And over the last 7 years I've been here, the changes have been remarkable. I think this is a wonderful place to live. I love every second of it. The Grand Strand's beautiful. And I've barely touched the surface because I've been working so much since I got here. But I do enjoy it. I've met such wonderful people and like-minded people that care about the Constitution, care about patriotism, our veterans, the military, police. They care about the future of this nation, and they are so proud to be an American. I love that. And we had a lot of that in New York after 9/11. I don't know what the heck happened. I know I was busy growing up babies, and then when I got back in the game,
Just mind-boggling.
I said,
What's happening?
When did we become socialists?
It's crazy. It is, and we're there.
Well, we're just about
on
the
the
purple
door.
state now because now a lot of the Northerners from the blue state are coming down to our red state. Mm-hmm. And it's
we're never going to be purple here,
you don't
man.
Think so?
Huh?
All right, good.
Oh no, we have fake Republicans.
Oh, we do?
That are homegrown. So don't blame it on us Northerners.
Well, yeah. Well,
it's not just the news.
Let me tell you.
So
now, you just shut me up.
I am a Northerner, and there's no way in heck.
Yeah, but you're
that
good.
I would ever think
you're
like.
You're good, Yankee. We like you, all right. We know you turn red. We like you, girl.
Liz Callaway, thank you so much for coming to spend some time with us.
Always
we didn't even get into like statues and tearing them down and all of that nonsense.
Don't get me started.
Crazy. I don't want to. No. We'll check you out on the radio.
Thank you.
Weekday mornings.
Weekday mornings,
6 to 10. WTKN 94.5. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. Say hey to Nick. We didn't get to talk about him.
Nick Summers,
but we will during the break. Watch these commercials and spend your money. More after this.